You know, he wasn't in the top 5, but it wasn't a good plus minus, that's for sure.
No, not for a $7 million defenseman.
No, and he wasn't even in, the top of the plus, which brings us, Brendan Morrison, another pending UFA, kind of a surprise also, he was a plus 13 for the time he played. The guy makes sound hockey decisions. Yeah, he's an ex-nut, but what do you do about it, right?
Honestly, yeah, he's had his surgery. I say we give him an invite to training camp.
Yeah.
Let him test that knee out. Let him see how he's skating on it. Give him a contract through the preseason. And be like, there you go. Like, no offense to you, but knee surgery is quite major. You're
How much money do you give him? How much money do you give him? 1.5?
Yeah, I'd say 1.5, maximum 1.6.
Yeah.
1.6 max. I'd say give that to him because let's be honest, yeah, he's an ex-Canuck, but he's a sound hockey
What
player.
about Glenn Cross? What is Glenn Cross going to end up making? You look at Bork. Bork ends up with 4.5 after he scores 27 goals. Glenn Cross puts in quite a few goals in the season, 24 to be exact, and does he get 4.5? I'd say 3. And you please, tell us what you think about it. Like how much you believe that these guys should be making.
Given the Matt Stajan situation, there's no way Glenn Cross can be settled for 3.5.
Yeah.
And honestly, if you're Glenn Cross and you just had the season you had, and you look at Matt Stajan with his 6 goals, getting 4.5, and you go, no, I want at least that. So I'd say give him 4.25.
Yeah.
Plus scoring incentive.
That doesn't leave much money for Tanguay or Paulson.
Well,
Tanguay, how much do you think? 3 million.
I'd say Kang's
3.5.
No, not 3.5. I'd say he'd settle for around 3.28.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think he's let's be honest. Tanguy's had a good career, man. Colorado there, he had a good career playing there with Forsberg and Sakic. It was a good team he had out there. He got a ring out of the deal. He came to Calgary, had a good season with Jerome. Things kind of went sour. Who knows what went really down, but he packed his bags, decided to move on, and kind of so-so season in Tampa Bay, kind of injury prone. Montreal, I believe, before Tampa Bay. Again, injury prone, inconsistent, streaky. Comes to Calgary and bam, he's healthy, he's playing hard, he's making passes that should not be going through.
Yeah.
And they're straight tape-to-tape passes.
Yeah. Surprising the guys that they're going to even, yeah.
But the way I see we'll be able to afford...
We won't have any money to afford any, upcoming UFAs that are leaving other teams. You know what I mean? Like Brad Richards, let me say, no fucking signing Brad Richards. We do not need ex-Bolts, especially no Brad Richards on the team. Former Bolts. It's not good. I don't like it. It doesn't sit well in the hearts of Calgarians. Corey Sarch, you've done your time well. Yes. Free agents.
What makes it?
Yeah,
he was on that team, but look, he's a solid hockey player. That might be the missing link. Another threat. Something to take the pressure off Ginla. He's getting older. He's slowing down. Yeah, he played hard, so this year
we have to do
himself
it through trade.
said.
We have to do it through trade.
Well, who are we gonna get?
It's a hard one. Who do you get? Who's not happy where they are, right? That's what you have to look at. You have to look at who can produce, but they're not happy where they are.
Well, how about...
That's what they tried to do with Stasiak. That's what they tried to do with Hagman, right? They tried to, get somebody, who wasn't happy where they were, but, was still producing and could produce. Had the potential to produce.
My fear is that they're going to bank on Stajan and Hagman and not move them. I believe that's the way they're going to go. I think they're going to try to move Kodalik.
Oh, he'll go to Europe. I honestly believe he's going to end up in Europe before the season begins. Nobody in the NHL wants him. He's going to end up in Europe.
Is he a free agent?
No. But we can loan him to Europe. Right? So, that's what I believe, right? But and again, you want to add components to the team, but at the same time, like you said, the team is getting older. Which brings us to the whole trade, again, the trade Kiprusoff, trade Reg movement, that has been picking up. in Calgary, you know, this sentiment in the city where, you know, half these people want to see them go because they believe they're you know, over the hill and their best seasons are behind them.
Okay.
And the other half want to see them go out of respect, you know? So, I mean, like, what do you do with that, right? And, you know,
say,
do we trade them? Do we trade them?
no, you keep the core together for one more year. Use free agency. Use our excess surplus of players who aren't really producing. Work out a deal to try to fix that missing link. Not with an older player, but with a mid-age player. Doesn't have to be young. Try it. 1 season. And at the end of that, like,
Blow it up.
yeah,
Blow it up.
ask them honestly.
Tell them all. Tell every single fucking player in that room.
Yeah.
You have 1 season. You want to do this, you make a run.
Yeah.
You do it, you make a fucking
Because
run. Otherwise,
honestly,
we're blowing this up.
Iginla not producing 86 points.
Again, no, that's his fourth
That-
best season in his career.
That's
Out of 14 years, that's his
top
fourth
10
best season.
scoring, I believe.
Oh,
he's
yeah.
in.
Oh, yeah.
43.
Third in league scoring, I believe.
43.
Or fourth, something along those lines.
43 and 43. That is an impressive.
That's an all-around good season. I think
Yeah.
he had 56 penalty minutes.
Yeah.
Compared to, you know, more seasons where he's been more, you know,
Aggressive,
prone
or
to
he's
be
been
aggressive
fighting
and
for the
stuff, you know.
team.
Which, you know, brings me to another point. And, you know, this is a point that we don't have down or anything, but, you know, the aggression of the team. Were you satisfied with the aggression of the team?
No, not fully. But let's be honest. When we were an aggressive team under Keenan, Iron Mike, he required that of his players. You finish your checks. You hit hard. And look. Other massive penalties. Other coaches started complaining on TV. Like, what's his name? Up in Edmonton there. Kevin
Oh,
Lowe.
McTavish.
McTavish, yeah. Sitting there going, the refs don't call anything. Our boys are getting beaten up on. Well, honestly, like, no disrespect to the refs, but something was pointed out and they started paying more attention. And yeah, some of our guys are big and some hits get a little questionable, but like, come on. We have a pretty respectful team when it comes to hits.
Yeah, I think we were a very respectful team in regards to that, but at the same time, I would have liked to see more aggression. You know, you talk about Jackman and how stellar his offense was, right? But, you know, at the same time, he is known to be an aggressive player. And you'd watch guys starting shit in the corners and everything, and, you know, he'd skate away. You know, it was like, no, gotta worry about the score. Well, yes, you have to worry about the score, but you also have to worry about the happening of the team.
On the other hand, there were times in the season where, when he was getting interviewed after games, he was standing there with 2 black eyes.
That is true.
Like,
that is true, yes.
Yeah, and then he started scoring, and just our team as a whole kind of realized that they could do it without being brute force.
So we give them
grunts.
one more season. And they don't win. All right, and you know, again, maybe they're passive that season or whatever, right? But where do we trade? You know, Iginla, Kiprusoff. Where do you trade them and for what?
I say give Iginla the respect of his team of choice.
Yeah.
Good service. Yeah, give him. He deserves a cup.
Yeah.
That's what's missing from his resume.
Yeah.
He has Olympic golds.
He's a Hall of Fame
goals.
player, by
he has
far.
everything.
Yeah. He
Scoring
probably has the
titles.
most points out of any, you know, African player or black player there is.
Yeah.
You know, he has the most points ever.
Yeah.
You know, that alone gets him in the Hall of Fame.
Yeah.
Right? So, I mean, but he has a Hall of Fame career.
Yeah.
Minus the Stanley Cup.
Multiple golds in various different world championships and Olympics.
Yeah, he's been
Like,
huge in the Olympics.
stellar. Look,
He fucking passed that
He
puck
set
to Crosby.
Crosby up.
Yeah, he had some strong board work there to get that
no
puck to fucking
disrespect for
Crosby.
Crosby. That was a quick snapshot. Good
Yeah.
shot, man.
Let's not suck Crosby's cock.